Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome into the Keating Sports Center for today's men's basketball action. Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference matchup between the home Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks taking on the visiting Milwaukee School of Engineer Raiders. Hello, everyone. Eric Willowhite, the Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. Let's go over our starting lineups. You heard it. Mason Deporak, Donovan Carter, Chase Cummings, Matas Doperak, and Carson Cordelli for the Raiders. For the Scarlet Hawks, Caden Gigstad, Dario Biaggi, Andrew Vion, Garrison Carter, and Nicholas Ortiz. About ready for tip-off here at the Keating Sports Center. Sunday afternoon basketball. And just testing. Tip is won by the Scarlet Hawks as Carter tips that over to Biaggi, who gets it to Ortiz. Ortiz in the starting lineup today. He has the ball on the right wing. Gets it inside to Andrew Vion. Jumper inside the paint, off the iron, no good. Rebound, Mason Delprerek. Chase Cummings brings the ball up court. Feeds it inside to Mason. Jumper good. Here's Caden Gigstad. Far side up high to Ortiz. Hands it off to Biaggi. Top of the arc. Gets it to Gigstad. Gigstad drives the paint. Pull back. Step back. Off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound pulled down by Carson Cordelli. And MSOE on the move. Here's Donovan Carter. Looked to fake the shot. Ball deflected. Recovered by MSOE along the near sideline. Well, Cordelli hands it off to Matas Depirak. And that one's in and good. 4-0 MSOE here in the early going. Jumper Biaggi, good for three. So Biaggi gets the Scarlet Hawks on the board. They trail 4-3. Cummings up high. He's fronted there by Ortiz. He'll take it to the far side. Donovan Carter. Pair of Carters in the game. Brothers, Donovan Carter and Garrison Carter. Donovan with MSOE. Garrison, who pulls down the rebound for the Hawks for Illinois Tech. Garrison, a sophomore, and a senior, Donovan Carter, for the Raiders. That one off the iron, no good. Raiders will bring the ball up court. Matas to Pirak. Now hands it off to Cordelli, drives, dishes. Up high to Donovan Carter. Now to Pirak. Back to Carter. And we get a traveling call on Carter. Illinois Tech ball. 17:33 to go here in the first half. 4-3 early lead for MSOE. Up high, Garrison Carter hands off to Andrew Vion. Ortiz on the near side. Looking for Carter, feeds it along the baseline. Jumper. That one's short. Rebound, Mason Depirak. Matas. And now a kick and a drive. No good from Chase Cummings. Rebound, Illinois Tech. Gigstad pushes it to Ortiz. Off to Carter. Far corner three, no good. Tip, recovered by MSOE. The Hawks a little cold to start things off here. There's Matas Depirak. He loses the ball. And it'll go to Illinois Tech. Substitutions for the Hawks. Tomas Teklagurgis and DeAndre Vortes coming in to replace Caden Gigstad and Nicholas Ortiz. Hawks lone home game Cold shooting in that opener against Concordia Chicago. Going to look to turn that around here, but so far still haven't found the mark yet in their second home game. Vortes puts up a layup off the iron, no good. Carter had it. And it looks like we're going to get an offensive foul. I think they might have called offensive goaltending there. As Carter checks out, Rodney Murphy checks in for the Scarlet Hawks. So for the Hawks, it'll be Vian, Vortes, Biaggi, Tekla-Gerges, and Murphy. The lone starter, Andrew Vian. In for MSOE is Max Buthin. Butin. Donovan Carter. Now hands it off to Mason DePirek. Loses the handle but gets it back over to Carter near side. He drives. Euro stepping in. Nice basket there by Donovan Carter. 6-3 the score, MSOE. Tekla-Gerges drives. Off the glass, off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down, Raiders. Mason DePirek gets it up high now to Anai Amoa, who has also checked in for the Raiders. Carter with a three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Vortes. Tekla-Gerges pushing the ball up court. Now he'll bring it on out. Carter getting ready to check back in for the Hawks. Garrison. Vian off the glass and in. Andrew Vian. His first point of the afternoon, 6'5" MSOE. Also getting ready to check in for the Hawks will be Owen Walsh. And a couple subs waiting to come in for MSOE as well on the next opportunity. As Mason DePirek hands that over to Amoa. Anai Amoa. Oh, nice inside feed to a cutting Carter. Good execution of the offense there by the Raiders. They're back up front by 3. Carter has 4 for MSOE. Now Vian gets into the paint, dishes out to Rodney Murphy. He drives off the iron and in. Rodney Murphy. Hawks down by 1. Kick far corner. Carter, 2-point, good. 2-point jumper on the baseline. Faked the 3, eluded his defender, and then just stepped in for an easy 2-pointer. He nailed it. MSOE goes up 10-7, and the Scarlet Hawks will call a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take an audio break. MSOE 10, Illinois Tech 7 here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back here at the Keating Center, timeout. Illinois Tech is back on the floor. They trail 10-7. Garrison Carter back in. Owen Walsh. And then for MSOE checking in. Nice cut there by Vortes. They're going to call it a travel. Jordan Polnow is in the game for the Raiders. Also number 3, Jess Hartman. Hartman has the ball. He gets it over to Butin. Hartman kicks it over to the far corner. Off the iron, no good. Shot from Polnow. Oh, and then a loose ball. Picked up by Amoa, Anai Amoa. Easy garbage basket there. MSOE up 5. Vortes drives. Shoots off the iron, no good. Rebound. And a foul. Murphy got the rebound, put it up. He was fouled.
Hey, Dre, Hartley, come here.
And it is on Chase Cummings. It'll be 2 shots. Well, Murphy will shoot 2 here. First one is good. Murphy's second attempt off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Polnow. Polnow has it, top of the arc. Feeds it into a cutting Butin, and he makes the basket. The Hawks just trading baskets right now, now down by 6. Tekla Gerges drives, wild shot, no good. Pulled down by Polnow. Jess Hartman. 3, that looked like a 2. He came back with it. Rebound, Garrison Carter. And now a host of players getting ready to check in for the Hawks. As Vortes, 2-pointer, no good. Murphy gets the rebound. He'll drive off the glass, no good. Polnow gets it. Hawks again, cold from the field. Hartman. As we have a player fall down there, that was Polnow. He's back on his feet. 3-pointer from Cummings, it's good. 3-pointer for Chase Cummings. Biggest lead for MSOE is 9. Hawks just, as we're gonna get a foul on the drive there. And the foul is on Jess Hartman. Multiple substitutions. Coming back in for Illinois Tech, Caden Gigstad, Nicholas Ortiz, Andrew Villon, and Dario Biaggi. Back in for the Raiders is Donovan Carter, Carson Cordelli. Garrison Carter kicks it out to Caden Gigstad. Near corner 3 off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down, Cordelli. Also back in the game is Mason DePirac. He has the ball now, and his brother Matus. Matus, Villon on him. It's it over to Mason on the far side. Now he'll come around to the near side, kicks back out to Matus. That one's off the iron, no good. Rebound Carter. Gigstad. Now Nicholas Ortiz. Biaggi hands off to Gigstad. And we're going to get offensive foul. Garrison Carter gets whistled for the offensive foul. That's a first team foul for Illinois Tech. As we're almost halfway into first half. Sluggish going here for the Scarlet Hawks. They only have 8 points and almost 9 minutes of action. Here's Cordelli. Cordelli gets inside. Oh, he traveled. No, we got a foul. Offensive foul on Mata Stupirek. Third foul for the Raiders as Ortiz has it up high. Now he'll get into the lane. Clear entry, but he was short on the layup. Hawks missing some easy baskets when they do get a lane to the basket, as Ortiz came up short there. Here's Cordelli. Cordelli drives, spins on Carter, off the glass, no good. Rebound Vion. Ortiz up high to Carter, fakes the three, and he's gonna get called for the travel. Furkan Mohammed will now check into the game, replacing Garrison Carter. Still 17-8 score. Neither team has scored in a little bit here. As Donovan Carter will bring it up, and he mishandles the ball. It goes out of bounds as Furkan Mohammed got into the lane. Oh, wait, now they're... Oh, wow. That one looked like it just went off Donovan Carter's hand, never touched Mohammed, but they say it was last touched by Illinois Tech, so MSOE will inbound. 26 seconds on the shot clock. There's Mason Dupirek. Cummings back to Mason Dupirek. Cummings on the near side. Cummings now drawing his defender out, leaves it for Modest Dupirek. Modest drives off the glass and in. That breaks the scoring drought for both teams. 19-8, 11-point lead for MSOE. Biaggi. Now Furkan Mohammed back to Vion. Vion's going to drive, spins. Right-hander rolls in. Good move by Vion, changing directions. First point for the Hawks in a while. Still trail by 9, 19-10. Talmas Teklegurgis getting ready to check back in for the Hawks. 9:35 to go. 19-10, the Raiders. There's Donovan Carter. Donovan Carter inside the paint, feeds it into Modest Dupirek, off the glass and in. He's finding the going to his liking there down low. And another 2 points inside the paint for Modest Dupirek. Caden Gigstad fakes the three, drives baseline. Vion off the glass and in. 21-14. Mason Dupirek to Modest. Modest feeding it inside to Cummings. Donovan Carter, step at the free throw line, off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Biaggi. Ortiz will push it up court. Nicholas Ortiz inside the paint. He'll cut through the key and bring it back out. Hawks will reset. Caden Gigstad fakes the three, drives, dishes it off to the near side. Ortiz fakes to Vion. Ortiz gets in. Vion, three-pointer from the near corner, no good. And rebound pulled down MSOE. 21-14. Timeout, Raiders. Yeah, I thought the score looked a little wrong. They should have 23. It's a full timeout for MSOE. Oh, it's a 30-second timeout now. Thirty-second timeout. It's 21-12 is the score. Hawks are down by 9. So reset after the timeout for the Hawks. Entering the game will be Tomas Teklagurgis and Rodney Murphy. For MSOE, Quinn Miskowski. Max Butin is back in the game. Anai Amoa. Those are all the changes for MSOE. Still in the game is Donovan Carter and Mason DePerac. As here's Miskowski. Over to Carter. Carter loses the handle on the near sideline. Turnover, Illinois Tech ball. Biaggi inbounds to Teklagurgis. Gigstad tried to throw it in, rolls it over to Carter in the far corner. Now Biaggi looking for Carter, cutting. He got the ball back as the pass was deflected. Murphy will drive. Off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Murphy, and he puts it back in. That would have been good. There you get a look at the rebound there, and the putback by Murphy. And good job defensively for the Scarlet Hawks. Ball knocked out of bounds. 10 seconds left on the shot clock for the Raiders. Raiders finally able to get it into Mason DePerac. DePerac, two-pointer from the elbow on the right side, no good. Carter had the rebound, Donovan Carter, but then Garrison was able to pull it back. Feed inside to Murphy, off the glass and in, Rodney Murphy! Cutting the Hawks deficit now down to 5, and that will be a timeout for the Raiders. And it'll be another 30-second timeout. We'll take an audio break. 21-16 MSOE over the Scarlet Hawks on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back at the Keating Center, the Hawks have cut their deficit now down to 5. A couple back-to-back buckets from Rodney Murphy as he's able to energize the team on the offensive glass. Followed up his own shot there. Donovan Carter, no good. And that one ricochets out of bounds. Scarlet Hawks ball. So after trailing by as many as 11 points, they cut their deficit to 5. With a chance to cut it even further here as Teklagurgis brings it up over to the far side. Murphy exchanges with Carter up high. Well, Teklagurgis feeds it inside to Murphy. Blocked. He went up for the rebound and he was fouled. And that one is on Max Butin. And that'll be a shooting foul. So Rodney Murphy, even when he doesn't make the basket, he gets the rebound and gets fouled. It's been a big source of energy and scoring for the Hawks here as he makes the first free throw. And a couple subs coming back in for the Raiders. Jordan Polnow and Chase Cummings coming back in. Donovan Carter and Mason DePerac coming out. Also DeAndre Vortez in for Caden Gigstad for the Scarlet Hawks. Murphy made the first one. He's getting ready for the second one. Hawks trail 21-17. And he makes 2. 21-18, the Hawks cut their deficit to 3 as Andrew Vion walks over to the scorer's table, waiting for the next opportunity to check in. Loose ball. Murphy picks up the loose change. And he finds a cutting Carter, and he's stripped of the ball. Nice job there by Butin. It looked like an easy layup, but Butin did a good job of just poking the hand in there, knocking the ball out of Garrison Carter's hands. And now Butin will take a three, in and out. Rebound pulled down, Rodney Murphy. And we're going to get a foul on Anai Amoa. Vion will come in for Biaggi. 5:55 to go in the first half. Tekla Gerges over the timeline. Gets to Carter. Carter top of the key. Vortez out to Tekla Gerges. Dribbles inside the paint. Two-pointer. Off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down. Quinn Miskowski, and he'll bring it up court. Miskowski over to Butin. Butin. Now to Polnow. Amoa. Back to Polnow. That was near side Hartman. Amoa fakes, drives, off the glass and in. Nice job. He faked the shot, drove the lane, off the glass, two-pointer, 23-18, back up 5 points, and we're going to get a carry on Tomas Tekla Gerges. He's trying to plead his case. As Gigstad and Ortiz come back in for the Hawks, Tekla Gerges and Murphy check back out. Back in for the Raiders, Matus Topirak and Chase Cummings. Also Carson Cordelli. And Mason Topirak. Matas Topirak. Cordelli feeds it inside to Matas. Cummings with the three-pointer off the iron, no good. Nice rebound by Carter. As Coach Gray telling Carter to push it up court. Now Vion. Carter, baseline jumper, good. 2 points, Garrison Carter. Hawks trail 23-20. Some nominal pressure being put on by the Hawks as Ortiz harassing Cummings in the backcourt. Cummings able to get it over the timeline, feeds it to Matas Topirak, looking for a cutting Mason. Feeds it in. He's double teamed for a moment. Step back jumper, no good. Carter with the rebound. Garrison Carter now. Vion. Gigstad near corner. Up high. Carter for three. In and out, no good. Rebound Mason, or Matas Topirak. Over to his brother Mason. Dario Biaggi coming in to next opportunity for the Hawks. Cummings feeds it into Matas. Looked like a block, but they're going to call a foul on Vion. They're going to say an armbar push there. Vion, that is his first foul, the team's second. Raiders have 5 fouls. First shot is good by Matas Topirak. As Biaggi checks in for the Hawks, Donovan Carter checks in for the Raiders. 24-20, Matas Topirak with his second free throw attempt coming up. And in and out, no good. Rebound Gigstad. 3:33 to go. First half, 24-20. Vion hands it to Ortiz. Gigstad. And now Vortez. Vortez inside. Turnaround. Jumper good. DeAndre Vortez. We'll take a look at that step back there from Vortez. Okay. And we're going to get a foul on the Hawks. It's Vion. 26-22. Garrison Carter and Owen Walsh check back in. Ortiz and Vion will check back out. Vion not having the game he was looking for so far. Still early. He's scuffling there in the first half. Notice when he comes in, Raiders coach is looking to put Modest Dupirek on him. As now Patrick Blanchard looks to check in for the first time for the Hawks. Carter over to Cordelli. Cordelli drives off the glass and in. Switched hands, went from his left to his right, laid it up on the right side off the glass and in. 28-22, 6-point lead for the Raiders. Vortez now to Biaggi. Walsh cuts through the baseline. And we're going to get a reach-in foul, I believe, on either Cordelli or Dupirek. It is on Cordelli. It's the first foul for Cordelli. 6-team foul for the Raiders. One more, and the Hawks will be in the single bonus. Vortez out, Blanchard in. Biaggi, inbound pass stolen away by Donovan Carter, flipped it behind his back. Now Cordelli, and we're going to get a foul reach in on Owen Walsh. First foul on Walsh, fourth team foul. Carter will inbound, Donovan Carter for MSOE. Up high to Mason Dupirek, down low to Modest. Dishes out, knocked away Biaggi. It was trying to go in the quarter to Cordelli, the corner. And Biaggi was able to deflect that out of bounds. Only 8 seconds came off the shot clock, however, so plenty of time, 22 seconds on the shot clock for the Raiders. Carter gets that one up high to Hartman, or Cummings, Chase Cummings. Mason Dupirek deflected away Biaggi again. 9 seconds, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Carter gets into the paint and he's fouled along the way. So Carter bailed out there with a foul. That one's going to go on Biaggi. That's his first, team's fifth. Rodney Murphy getting ready to check in. It'll be a shooting foul to the line. Will be Donovan Carter. First one good. 29-22. Carter in, Walsh out. Vion in, Blanchard out. For MSOE, Quinn Muskowski in. Carson Cordelli out. Second shot is good by Carter. 8-point lead now for MSOE. Hawks had pulled within 3. But the Raiders have pushed back ahead. Carter, Biaggi had the ball blocked on his way up. Gets it back. Two-pointer off the iron, no good. Rebound, Donovan Carter. He'll take it out. Knocked away by Biaggi, and Caden Gigstad was there to pick up the ball. Stops, cuts through the paint. Looking for an outlet, gets it down low. Carter on Carter as Garrison gets it off on brother Donovan. Nifty little work there as younger brother on bigger brother, or older brother. Oh! The shot counts from Mason Dupirek. And Caden Gigstad gets the foul. That's the 6th-team foul. And Mason Dupirek will go to the line to shoot the and one. Good. Back to a 9-point lead for the Raiders. 41 seconds on the game clock. Garrison Carter on his brother Donovan again. Back up to Murphy, to Gigstad. Now Biaggi. MSOE bench cheering on the team defensively here. And a travel on Garrison Carter. MSOE will be able to hold it for the last shot here as there's only 25.7 seconds on the clock. Carson Cordelli comes back in for the Raiders. And it'll be a turnover, Illinois Tech ball. Coach Gray telling Tekla Gerges we're only going for one shot here. One shot is the instructions. Hawks will try and work it around, get the best shot. Tekla Gerges will keep it up high along the near side, pull it back out. It's Coach Gray. 17 seconds on the shot clock, on the game clock. Laid in. Vion with the layup and in, 3 seconds. And a block by Garrison Carter right at the end as he sends Chase Cummings down. Let's see if we can get a look at that block. There you see Carter just as time expires. And we'll go to halftime. The Hawks trailing MSOE 33-26. We'll take an audio break. We'll be back with second half action and first half stats in a few minutes. You're watching Illinois Tech men's basketball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Keating Center. 33-26 MSOE leads at halftime. We're getting ready for the second half. Let's go over some first half statistics. Get that pulled up for you here. All right. I'm not lying. I am going to pull up stats here. There we go. Illinois Tech will be going left to right here in the second half. MSOE right to left. They'll have the ball to start things off in the second half. Team stats. Illinois Tech wound up shooting 50% from the field in that half. It didn't feel like it in that first 10 minutes or so, but they wound up out shooting from the field. MSOE 50 to 34%. However, the Hawks were only 1 of 7 from 3, 14%. MSOE only 1 of 5, 20%. Free throws, Illinois Tech. Fifth, 35-26, MSOE here. Illinois Tech with the ball, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Vion, turnaround jumper, in! That one took a while to land, but it finally did. 35-28. Inside the paint, we're going to get a foul. That might be on Vion. And it is. A pushing foul, Andrew Vion. That is his second, team's first of the second half. Actually, that's Vion's third. So something to watch for, and he's going to be taken out of this game at the next opportunity. Rodney Murphy will come in his place. Mason DePirac. Feeds it to Cummings, down low to Modest DePirac, off the glass and in. And Hawks had an issue with the inbound. He turned it over. Now MSOE will get the ball back, leading by 9. Modest DePirac over to Mason, near side. Cuts to the top of the key, and nails the two-pointer. 39-28. That ties the largest lead for the Raiders at 11, with 18:10 to go here in the second half. Caden Gigstad. Over to Tomas Teklagurgis. Teklagurgis drives, lays it off, and in. Friendly roll for the Hawks here on the right side. They got a couple baskets fall. 39-30. Modest DePirac spinning inside, going against Murphy. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Garrison Carter. Teklagurgis brings it up court. Spins inside. Off the iron, no good, but he was fouled on his way to the basket. And that foul is on Mason DePirac. It's a shooting foul. He'll shoot 2. That's the first foul for Mason. First team foul for the Raiders in the second half. Tomas Teklagurgis will shoot 2. Furkan Mohammed checked in for the Hawks. and Rodney Murphy. First one from Tekla Gurgis is good. In for the Raiders is Anaya Moa. Coming out is Matas Jopirek. Tekla Gurgis made the first one. Second one on the way is good. Tekla Gurgis never puts the ball on the court for his free throws. Amoa up high, three-pointer. Cordelli off the front of the iron, no good. Hawks get the rebound. Tekla Gurgis. Far side, Gigstad fakes the three. Cuts inside the paint. Lays it up. No good, but he is fouled. And it's going to be on Anaya Moa. That'll be his second foul. Team's second of the half. Caden Gigstad, it's a shooting foul. Go to the line to shoot two. First one is good. Second one by Gigstad is good. Inside, Amoa blocked by Garrison Carter. Here you get a look at the block by Carter, and the Hawks converted that into a basket on the other end. Wow. Two-pointer, no good. Donovan Carter. Tekla Gurgis will bring it up. Hawks trail by 3. Euro stepping in. Tekla Gurgis. No good. Rebound pulled down by Mason DePirac. Now Chase Cummings. Mason DePirac steps back, gets it to Amoa. Anaya Moa drives the paint, a reach in by Carter, no good. They're going to say he was fouled in the process. Tekla Gurgis trying to plead his case to no avail. Well, actually, they're saying that's on Murphy. So Rodney Murphy gets the foul. That's his first. Team's second. Shooting foul, Anaya Moa will go to the line to shoot two. First one, no good. DeAndre Vortes checks in for the Hawks. Caden Gigstad checks out. Carson Cordelli checks out for the Raiders, and coming in for MSOE is Max Butin. Second shot from Amoa is good. Raiders back up by 4. So Tekla Gurgis, Furkan Mohammed, Garrison Carter, Rodney Murphy, and DeAndre Vortes, who has the ball now. Vortes in and out of the paint. Over to Furkan Mohammed. Tekla Gurgis drives, lays it up and in, no good. Rebound, put back, Garrison Carter. Hawks trail by 2. Pressure being applied by the Hawks. And out of bounds. That backcourt pressure paid off for Illinois Tech, as the Raiders could not break the press and they threw the ball out of bounds. Hawks will inbound. Peter Meyer checking in for the Hawks as DeAndre Vortes checks out, or Rodney Murphy checks out, I should say. Vortes will inbound right here on the near side. (40-38). Hawks looking to tie it up. Tekla Gurgis Two-pointer off the iron, no good. Rebound, Amoa. Tekla Gerges just short on that one. Chase Cummings. Over to Mason DePirac. Up high to Amoa. He drives the paint. And he's fouled. That's going to be a reach in on Vortez. As he grabbed the arm. Third team foul for the Hawks. First for Vortez. Non-shooting foul. Raiders will inbound. Quinn Miskowski. Miskowski over to Mason DePirac. Shot attempt up, blocked, but a foul in the process. And it is on Furkan Mohammed. It's Mohammed's first, team's fourth. This one will be a shooting foul. Mason DePirac will shoot. Modest DePirac getting ready to come in on the next opportunity, which will be right now. Modest in, Anaya Moa out. Mason DePirac looking to put the Raiders back up by 4. Andrew Vian will rotate in. Missed shot. Tekla Gerges pulls down the rebound. Tekla Gerges drives, no good. Rebound, Raiders. Feed inside to Mason DePirac. He's fouled. Shot does not count, but foul on Garrison Carter. It's Carter's second, team's 5th. Andrew Vian and Caden Gigstad getting ready to come back in for the Hawks as Mason DePirac back to the free throw line. He makes the first. 42-38 Raiders. Tekla Gerges checks out. Peter Meyer checks out. Second one is good. And we get a timeout called by MSOE. This will be a full timeout. We'll take an audio break. 43-38 MSOE here on the Skylar Hawks Broadcast Network. Back at the Keating Center. Hawks trail by 5, 43-38. 14:46 to go here in the second half. DeAndre Vortez in the game along with Dario Biaggi, Caden Gigstad, Andrew Vian, and Rodney Murphy. Here's Vortez. Gets in. Pump, shoot, scores! DeAndre Vortez with the basket. The Hawks again down by 3. Pressure being applied by MSOE. They break it this time. Chase Cummings flips it over to Miskowski. Three-pointer. Mason DePirac, no good. Rebound pulled down, Hawks.
Go!
Andrew Vian. Coach Gray telling him to pull it back out, set it up the offense. Vortez Spins inside. Jumper. Good! DeAndre Fortes. Coach Gray was shaking his head when the shot went up at the first place, but Fortes was able to knock it down. 43-42. Hawks trail by 1. Miskowski over to Modest Dupirak. Back to Miskowski near side. He cuts inside the paint. Euro step, lays it off. No good. Rebound pulled down. Biaggi on a tip assist from Vian. Murphy drives the lane. No good, but he was fouled. And that will go on Max Butin. Butin gets the foul. That's his second, team's third. It is a shooting foul. Rodney Murphy to the line to shoot 2. If he makes the first one, this will be the first time the Hawks will be knotted up in this ball game. And he does. Makes the second. This will be the Hawks' first lead. Vian out. Carter in. Butin, Mason Dupirak, and Chase Cummings out. Donovan Carter, Carson Cardelli. As Murphy makes the second one, and Jess Hartman in for the Raiders. Inbound was knocked out of bounds. Hawks with a 44-43 lead. Out to Carter. Carter dishes it to Modest Dupirak. Feeds it to, laying it in was Cardelli, Carson Cardelli. That was a great break of the press by MSOE, and they were able to quickly get a transition basket. 45-44, Raiders go back out front by 1. Three-pointer, Fortes, he nails it! Fortes for 3! Hawks up by 2, 47-45, and DeAndre Fortes starting to feel it a little bit. Stolen away by Carter. Over to Fortes. Two-pointer, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. MSOE ball. Vian getting ready to come back in for the Hawks. Murphy checks out. Modest Dupirak comes back in for MSOE, and checking out is Miskowski. Peter Meyer back in for Illinois Tech. And Garrison Carter out. Meyer going to pressure on the inbound. Carter gets it in the near corner. Donovan Carter. Biaggi fronting him. Now Mason Dupirak. That ball's kicked. They'll reset the shot clock to 20. It'll be an inbound on the near side for Jess Hartman. Patrick Blanchard in for Caden Gigstad now. Caden will follow Mason Dupirak. Inbound from Hartman. Hartman gets it back. Over to Mason Dupirak. He makes the jumper from the left corner. Tied up at 47. And going to get an offensive foul on Dario Biaggi. That's Biaggi's second foul for Biaggi. 16 foul. Owen Walsh back in for the Hawks. Meyer applying pressure on the inbound from Carson Cardelli. Mason Dupirak drives the lane, puts up the shot, no good, but he was fouled along the way. And that'll go against Patrick Blanchard, his first, team 7th. That one was a shooting foul. So Mason DePirac will go to the line to shoot 2, but yeah. Fortes dries the paint. MSOE in the bonus with a foul on Mason DePirac. That's his second, team's 4th. Shooting foul, DeAndre Fortes to the line to shoot 2, looking to tie the game back up. First one is off the front of the iron, no good. Fortes looking to make the second. Second one no good, so Fortes unable to convert on either free throw. 49-47, 2-point lead for the Raiders. Ball stolen away by Fortes, tried the behind the back pass to save it. Wasn't able to keep it in. And it'll be MSOE ball. Dario Biaggi coming back in, along with Nicholas Ortiz. Checking out is DeAndre Fortes and Owen Walsh. Donovan Carter will inbound. Biaggi applying pressure. Able to get it into Chase Cummings, however. Modest to Pirac. Pass stolen away. Andrew Vion. Inside to Carter, lays it off the glass and in! Garrison Carter ties it up at 49. A foul inside the paint there. That one's on Dario Biaggi. That's his 3rd foul. Take a picture of the screen here. Just either a screenshot or with your phone, either way. Okay. I want to send that to Josh too. Like, why is it reading a double bonus when it's only a bonus? Not on. Andrew Vion lays that one in. Ties the game up at 51. Chase Cummings has the pass stolen away. Andrew Vion on the break. Lays it in. Highlight the other one. What a play. As you can see, the pass stolen away. And Vion lays it off the glass and in. A foul on the other end. Hawks up 53-51, but Chase Cummings will shoot.
So it automatically went back.
Shoot.
So Hey, this Tino.
9 fouls for the Hawks. As Cummings makes the second, we're all tied up at 53. So MSOE, one more Illinois Tech foul, they'll be in the double bonus. Here's Garrison Carter, gets inside the paint. Spin move, they're gonna call him for a travel. Might as well just change it back for now. Substitution, Carson Cordelli checks out. Anaya Moa in for MSOE. Inbounding the ball is Max Butin. Gets it over to Chase Cummings. Tomas Tekla-Gerges, Rodney Murphy in for the Hawks. Furkan Mohammed. Kick from Caden Gigstad. Dario Biaggi checks in. Furkan Mohammed out. 10:01 to go here in the second half. We're all knotted up at 53. Inbound from Donovan Carter. He finds Mason DePirac. Donovan Carter drives all the way to the lane and lays it in. That was too easy for Carter. The Hawks trail 55-53. Screen set by Vian for Tekla-Gerges at the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Vian. Now near side Murphy. Up high Tekla-Gerges. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Tekla-Gerges drives the paint. Floater good! Tomas Tekla-Gerges ties it up. $55 all. Here's Anaya Moa. Spins. Gets it over to Mason DePirac. Jumper from the right elbow, no good. Rebound pulled down MSOE. And Butin. Back to Mason DePirac. Over to Donovan Carter up high. 14 on the shot clock. Carter spinning around. Tekla-Gerges knocked the ball away. Donovan Carter got it back. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Mason DePirac driving in. Had the ball knocked away. Knocked out of bounds. Time wound down. The referees are going to talk this one over. Time was winding down when the ball was deflected out. So it should wind up being a Hawks ball here due to the shot clock violation. Caden Gigstad came up limping after that play there. He's still in the lineup. And what are they going to call here? So they're going to say MSOE got possession on the deflection, and they got a 20-second shot clock that was reset to 19 after the whistle. Wow, that's something. Amoa drives, he makes the basket and is fouled. A serious turn of events here. The Hawks thought they had the ball on a shot clock violation. The referees said that MSOE regained possession, and then they were able to get the bucket. And going to the line for the and one is Anaya Moa. Garrison Carter will come in. Andrew Vian checking out. Vian now with 4 fouls. MSOE now is in the double bonus. Rebound pulled down by Carter, 57-55 MSOE. Hawks trying to not let that particular play be a momentum killer as Tekla-Gerges throws it off the iron, no good. Rebound Murphy, gets it in, puts it up and gets it in and draws the foul. Let's look at some of the handiwork there. as Murphy pulls down the rebound, fights for it, lays it off the glass and in, and he's fouled in the process. Murphy will go to the line to shoot the and one, put the Hawks back in front by one if he can convert. That's only the 5th team foul, however, for the Raiders, so they're still in a good situation bonus-wise as Murphy converts. 14 points for Rodney Murphy. Donovan Carter dishes it over to Amoa, far corner. Hands it off to Mason DePerek. He'll takes it up high. Now Amoa lobs it down low to Mason DePerek. He's fouled. Murphy, I think, will get whistled for the foul here. It is, 2. That was on Caden Gigstad.
Hey, timeout, please.
And Gigstad going to time out Illinois Tech. Hawks up by 1, but Mason DePerek will go to the line to shoot 2 as the Hawks call timeout here. Let's take a look at some of the updated stats. MSOE shooting 50% from the field, 21 of 42. The Hawks 23 of 50 at 46%. The Raiders 1 of 9 from 3. Hawks 2 of 6. Free throws, MSOE at 78%, the Hawks at 77%. And the Hawks have a slight edge in rebounds, 30 to 22. 8 offensive rebounds for the Hawks. A lot of that coming courtesy of Rodney Murphy, which seems to be his specialty. (58-57). All right, back at the Keating Center as Mason DePerek makes the first of 2. Ties it up at 58 all. Second one on the way and good. So DePerek makes both. He's got 15 points for the Raiders. And the Raiders go back out in front by 1, 59-58. 7:47 to go here in the second half. Dario Biaggi over to Carter on the near side. Caden Gigstad drives the baseline. And the ball knocked away, and it goes out of bounds. Gigstad looking for a foul, none forthcoming. Now Donovan Carter. Over to Amoa. Amoa feeding it in. Easy layup there for Mason DePerek as the Hawks lost track of number 4, which shouldn't be happening. He's leading the Raiders in scoring. Yeah. And TJ Gray gets a technical here as he is upset. Technical on Terrence Gray. He is upset. He is hot. As he thought that DePerek makes the first technical. Dupiric makes the second. It's a 5-point lead. For MSOE, and they'll inbound the ball. What a turn of events there. As Coach Gray is unhappy with the officiating. First on that, what should have been a shot clock violation that was called a change of possession back to MSOE within a matter of seconds. Now Dupiric, jumper from the right elbow, good. Dupiric with 21 points. And a timeout called by Coach Gray. 65-58. MSOE with a 7-point lead with 6:48 to go. And we'll take an audio break here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back at the Keating Center, the Hawks now trail by 7. That was a full timeout for the Hawks as they have 2 remaining. Hawks will inbound trailing by 7. They need some buckets here to change the momentum a little bit, as now they got to carve into a 7-point deficit after having a 2-point lead. Gigstad flipping it over to Rodney Murphy. Murphy. And he was fouled cutting inside the paint. And that one was on Anaya Moa. For Moa, that's his 3rd foul. 6-team foul. Moa will check out along with Max Butin, and coming back in is Matas Dupiric and Carson Cordelli. Garrison Carter, spin move, Fortes lays it off the glass, no good, but he was fouled. He almost had the 2-pointer there. Matas Dupiric with the foul. His 2nd, team 7th, so now Fortes free throw is good. Hawks in the individual bonus now with MSOE up at 7 fouls. Donovan Carter, baseline feed, trying to get it over to Matas Dupiric, and now they're saying it was deflected out of bounds. Okay. Well, the Hawks definitely not happy with what they're seeing from the officiating here down the stretch, but it is what it is for the Hawks. They got to fight through it. Carson Cordelli gets the bucket as Dario Biaggi gets the foul. That's his 4th. Tekla Gerges will come in for Caden Gigstad now as Cordelli will go to the line to shoot the and one. MSOE back up by 7. He makes the second.
Hey,
68-60. MSOE in front. DeAndre Vortes spins in the paint, kicks it out to Carter on the far side. Carter trades places with Biaggi. Biaggi lays it off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down Modest to Pirak. And then Mason will handle the ball. Hawks will back off as DePirak gets over the timeline, hands it over to Cummings. Ball tipped away by Vortes, but then he goes out of bounds. 18 seconds on the shot clock.
Keep it up, Chad. Good job, Chad. Come on. Hey, cross screen. Tomas is coming back. Tomas is coming back.
Mason DePirak lays it in. He's got 23, leading all scorers, just getting whatever he wants. Vortes with a 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, Mason DePirak. 70-60, MSOE up by 10 now. Now Cummings will bring it out as MSOE will drain some time off the clock here with a 10-point lead. Donovan Carter. Top of the arc, near side Cummings, feeds it inside to Modest DePirak. He's fouled. Basket counts. .11 points. 30-second timeout for Illinois Tech. Modest DePirak gets the bucket, and he'll have an and one opportunity when we return from the timeout. So Hawks took the lead on a couple occasions. Midway through the second half, but then series of plays that went against the Hawks from an officiating standpoint kind of turned the momentum, and the MSOE Raiders were able to feed into that, and they were able to convert. MSOE out front 12. My mistake, there wasn't an and one opportunity there. That was the basket and a timeout. Carter drives and scores. Cuts the deficit to 10. 72-62. Carter has 10. Here's Donovan Carter over the timeline. Up high, Modest to Pirak. Over to Donovan Carter. Carter cuts inside. Faked the shot, brought it back down. No one was defending him, so he just put it right back up. Back up by 12, go the Raiders with 4:09 to play. Garrison Carter. Carter off the backboard and in. Basket counts. And the foul's going to go against Carson Cordelli. That's the 8th team foul for the Raiders. Caden Gigstad back in, DeAndre Vortes out. Carter with the and one. He is unable to convert it. Spun around a few times and out. 74-64. Raiders up by 10 with 3:52 remaining. Modest to Pirak, trying to feed it inside to Mason. Kick it out to Carter. Donovan Carter, far side. Carter drives the paint. and scores, lays it in. Hawks just have not been able to do a good job defensively in the paint. Several Raiders have been able to cut in and get what they want. Here's Garrison Carter backing down Cordelli. Carter muscling in off the iron, no good. Rebound, put back. Carter over Cordelli. And we're going to ask for the floor to be wiped there. Looking for a towel. 76-66. Hawks down by 10. Back in for the Raiders is Butin. Coming out is Cordelli. Nicholas Ortiz in for Tekla Gerges. Biaggi, Ortiz, Vortez, Carter, and Vion for the Hawks. Mason, DePirick, Butin, Cummings, Donovan Carter, and we're going to get an over-back call against MSOE, along with Modest DePirick for the Raiders. 3:07 to go. Hawks need to take advantage of this MSOE turnover. Need to get the deficit into single digits. Vortez to inbound. Ortiz will take it. Back to Vortez near side. Biaggi cuts the baseline. Vortez off of his foot. Ortiz looks at the clock. He's going to have to put it up. Vion, three-pointer! Off the iron, no good. And it goes out of bounds. Vion had to hurl it up there. Almost went in, but off the iron, no good. Murphy back in for the Hawks. And Biaggi out. Murphy, one of three Hawks with 14 points, along with Vion and Garrison Carter. Vortez lays it up. He's fouled. And that one's going to be that's on Butin. His third, team's ninth. One more and the Hawks will be in the double bonus. To the line to shoot two is Vortez. First one, no good. Full timeout for MSOE as Vortez, after the timeout, will be there to shoot the second. We'll take an audio break. The Hawks trail by 10, 76-66, 2:35 left. You're watching Illinois Tech men's basketball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back at the Keating Center, 76-66, MSOE out front here in this Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference matchup. Hawks, we're trying to move up to 3-1 in conference play. They lost their home opener and conference opener to Concordia Chicago. They won the next two on the road in Wisconsin, as Vortez's second free throw is good. Cuts the deficit to single digits to 9. Inbound, Mason DePirac is able to dribble it up. And again, you're probably going to see MSOE work down that shot clock as much as possible. Here's Butin up high. Hawks don't want to foul. They're already in a double bonus situation. Ball stolen away. Rodney Murphy's pass over to Garrison Carter. Carter will slow it down. Shot blocked as he tried a baseline jumper, and now Biaggi will come in along with Gigstad. Biaggi for Murphy and Gigstad for Ortiz. 76-67. 22 seconds on the shot clock for the Hawks. They'll inbound. It'll be Gigstad to inbound. Gigstad to Carter in the far corner, hands it back off to Gigstad. Tried to dish it to a cutting Vion, but a good pair of hands there from Modest to Perek to knock it out of bounds. Now 17 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Vortez to inbound, right in front of the Hawks bench. Garrison Carter to Gigstad. Gigstad inside the paint, fakes, over to Vion. Vion has the ball knocked away, but there was a foul that's going to go on Mason DePirac. That's his third, team's 10th, so now the Hawks will be in the double bonus. Line to shoot two will be Andrew Vion. Hawks will have Rodney Murphy and Nicholas Ortiz check back in after the first free throw, unless Vion's coming out for one. Now it's Biaggi and Caden Gigstad coming out. Vion with the second. No good. Rebound pulled down, Rodney Murphy. And they're going to get a foul on the Raiders. That'll be on Donovan Carter. Carter, his first. Double bonus time for the Hawks as Rodney Murphy will head to the floor, to the line. Hawks trail by 8. Now 7. Minute 46 to go. Hawks still don't have to foul just yet, but they do have to defend here. This is a key possession for MSOE and the Hawks. Able to come out with it was DePirac. Throws it down low. Donovan Carter gets the basket and the foul. What a transition for the Raiders. Basket counts in the foul. That one is on Nicholas Ortiz, his second. And to the line to shoot the and one will be Donovan Carter, looking to put the Raiders back up by 9. Carter's shot is good. Substitutions, Biaggi back in for the Hawks. Murphy out. Carson Cardelli back in for the Raiders, and Butin out. 79-70. Now the Hawks definitely going to have to step up the offensive attack. Trailing by 3 possessions. Carter up high. Now Vortez. Vortez slowing it down up high. Jumper from the right elbow is good. Two-pointer, DeAndre Vortez now, pressure from the Hawks. Here's Carson Cardelli going to try and bring it up over the timeline. He does, gets it to Donovan Carter. He's being double-teamed. Carter splits through, 18 seconds on the shot clock. 79-72 Raiders. Here's Mason DePerac. Over to Carter. 8 on the shot clock. On a offensive foul. I think they're going to get Donovan Carter on the foul. His second.
42.
Vortez out. Biaggi back in. .50 seconds on the game clock. Ortiz over the timeline. Hawks trail by 7. Three-pointer, no good, Biaggi. Here's Mason DePerac. He'll bring it up and pull it out, take it away. But it's out of bounds as Ortiz wasn't able to keep it in bounds. And a timeout for the Hawks. That's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Hawks trail by 7, 79-72. MSOE with the 7-point lead, 33 seconds. Coach Ebenezer Nunu checking on timeout status. The Hawks have one more timeout. The board says 1 left as well. That's been corrected. Rodney Murphy will come back in after the timeout for the Hawks. The Hawks just kind of never recovered after the series of officials' calls went against their way. And they kind of dug themselves a hole. They've tried to battle back here, but they're still trailing by 7 here with 33 seconds remaining. MSOE to inbound, 23 seconds on the shot clock. Cummings to inbound, gets it over to DePerac. And now Modest DePerac is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is on Rodney Murphy. That's Murphy's second. Modest DePerac here to shoot 2. First one is good.
Hey, Trey, get it. We got to go.
MSOE shooting 83% from free throw now. The Hawks 73%. That little difference is the difference in the ball game here. As Modest DePerac makes both, and then he's going to check out. Carson Cordelli will check in. 30 seconds remaining, and a 9-point lead. 9-point lead for MSOE. Here's Vortez. Vortez drives. Floater, good! Count the basket. Basket counts. And the foul on Cummings. Murphy in, Vion out. Modest DePerac in, and Jess Hartman out. Vortez will shoot the and one. Butin in and Cordelli out. And one from Vortez on its way. He makes it. 81-75, Hawks trail by 6, 22 seconds on the clock. Hawks are going to have to try and foul now. And Vortez will get the foul on Chase Cummings. Cummings will go to the line to shoot 2. 15.1 seconds remain on the clock. Hawks down by 6. Cummings with a chance to make it a 3-possession game here. First one is good. And that's a 7-point lead now for MSOE. Murphy out, Vion in. Hawks need quick baskets. As Cordelli and Hartman come back in for MSOE. Butin and Modest Duperak out. Vortez bringing the ball up court. 10 seconds. He's going to drive, lays it off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Mason Duperak. Nicholas Ortiz was trying to get in on the rebound there as well. Oh, they can say over the back foul on Mason Duperak. He has 4 with 6.5 seconds remaining and an 8-point lead for the Raiders. Ortiz will shoot 2. First one on the way is good. 83-76. Vion out, Murphy in. Let's see what Ortiz is going to do here. Hawks still a 3-possession game unless he makes this. He does. And Mason Duperak gets fouled with 4.1 seconds remaining. Ortiz with the foul. Check that, that's on Biaggi. That's his 5th, so he is fouled out of the game. Vion will come in. Mason Duperak will go to the line, shoot 2. He's got 23 points, leading all scorers. First shot is good, 24 points. Back to a 3-possession game with 4.1 seconds remaining. MSOE cementing the game away here from the free throw line. Second one from Duperak is good. Ortiz to inbound, over to Carter. 2 seconds, 1. He's going to have to loft it up. 3-pointer. Off the backboard, no good. And the MSOE Raiders come into the Keating Center and hand the Scarlet Hawks their second conference defeat, dropping the Hawks to 2-2 in NAC play as the Raiders defeat the Scarlet Hawks by the score of 85-77. Leading scorer for the Raiders, again, Mason Duperak with 25 points to lead the way for the Scarlet Hawks. 16 points for Rodney Murphy. That'll do it here from the Keating Center. Again, final score, MSOE 85, Illinois Tech 77. We'll see you next time on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network.